Hi, I'm Darren Dowler for the Reels channel, and welcome to the Couch Critic. Okay, today we're going to talk about a couple of different movies. The first one being the super epic Troy.
This was a man's movie. It makes me want to go, ah!
Now, Troy, as most people will say, was a pretty darn good movie. Photography-wise, fantastic movie. Story-wise, pretty good. If you know the Iliad, you know the story of Troy, Agamemnon, Ulysses, Achilles, you know that whole thing. But let's be honest, guys, isn't it a little sad when the best looking chick in the movie, the best skirt in the movie is the guy's star? Come on.
I'm Helen, Troy.
Brad Pitt was prettier than Diane Kruger or the chick that played, what was her name, Perseus or something like that. So that's my first problem, is that they needed some hotter chicks. Now don't get me wrong, Diane Kruger is a honey. She's a honey and a half.
I'm Diane Kruger. I'm Helen of Troy. I have no boobs.
But let's think about it. Let's talk about this for a minute. Launched 1,000 ships. Okay, now Helen of Troy was supposed to be the most beautiful woman in the world. And although I do put Queen Diane right there on a pedestal, I don't think that she was the hottest woman in the world. I think we should have had somebody different in that particular role. Now, we'll talk about, I forget her name. It's sad, but the girl that played Perseus. Great actress, but come on, the woman that turned Achilles from his lifelong quest of battle. We needed a hotter chick in Perseus' spot as well. Now, Orlando Bloom, I've always been a big Orlando Bloom fan.
I'm Orlando, the amazing Bloom.
Orlando did a great job as Paris. He played Paris pretty well. Paris was kind of the weaker of the brothers. Cool. Hector, Eric Bana, stole the movie! Eric Bana! He was pretty much perfect. I can't make fun of him. Eric Bana is the king of Troy. As a matter of fact, I wish Eric Bana had been the king of Troy, because my favorite actor of all time, Peter O'Toole, who, of course, King Priam. Peter, what were you doing, man? To me, it looked more like you were Queen Priam in this movie. Did you see when he first walked out to greet his son?
I am King Priam, son.
Give Daddy a hug.
I thought he was going to squat to go to the bathroom or something. I couldn't tell what was going on. What was up with Peter? Peter, come on, baby. You know you're my bro. Now, let's talk about Brad Pitt for a minute. Now, I'm not going to dog Brad Pitt. I like Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's a really good actor. I'll never forget Legends of the Fall. He had some scenes in that movie that were just incredible. He's a Missouri-born boy, so he's a Midwest guy. Gets my heart right there. But let's talk about the accent, Brad.
Is there anyone else? I mean, is there anyone else?
Come on, buddy. He went in and out of his accent at least 35 times in the first 20 minutes of the movie.
Hector, you get your ass down here right now, because Achilles is a little pissed off. Come on.
How does somebody that gets $25 million do that? You know, he sounded like he was from Kansas one minute and then England or Ireland or something in the next. So that's all I've got to say about that. Brad, we love you, but I think you could have done a little bit more homework on your accents for the time, okay? Time period. Period piece, okay? You did a great job in Fight Club, but I think you slipped a little bit when it comes to Troy. But you know, the fact of the matter is, this is all that matters. You sold tickets! You sold tickets, Brad! That's all that matters. And frankly, it was good for me when I got home with my lady. Every time she watches your movie, she treats me a little better. It bothers me a little bit, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, now I've got to give a lot of people some perks here, some props. I've got to say to Wolfgang Peterson, great job, great directing job. James Horner, score was absolutely incredible. The production of the movie, Diane Rathburn, Colin Wilson, the DP, Roger Pratt, was absolutely phenomenal. And if those of you know the story, there were a lot of problems with the production of Troy, okay? First problem is the set was blown down by a typhoon, which has happened a couple of different times. Second was Achilles, I don't know if you guys know this story or not, but Achilles, Brad Pitt, actually jumped off the boat into the sand and ripped his Achilles tendon. And I'm not kidding about that. They had to delay production for about 3 months. Now, music. Oh, Horner did a great job. The music was phenomenal throughout the movie. My favorite is the battle scene between Hector and Achilles. That scene was incredible. The music behind the fight scene was incredible. And Josh Groban, the theme song. Remember. Cool, man. Really cool. Anybody seen Josh's album? He does a whole album of classical stuff. It looks phenomenal, sounds phenomenal. Then he does this one rock song. Remember. I'm not sure what that was about. But anyway, so now we're going to talk about one more thing. There's one more thing we have to say. Sean Bean, fabulous actor. His portrayal of Ulysses next to Brian Cox's Agamemnon. fantastic job. I mean, those guys, they're probably two of the stronger actors in the movie, I have to say. The other thing I'd like to say is that the overall, I'm going to give the overall movie an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a great movie. Brad's accent slipped a little bit. Queen Priam slipped a little bit. But hey, what are you going to do? It's a $15,000 million movie. You know what I'm saying? Who am I? I'm a couch critic. What am I going to say about that? Okay, so that's enough for Troy right now. I think we've bashed on Troy just enough. Now let's talk about something else. I would like to talk about a very fine young actor named Tobey Maguire. Yes. And I just found out that he's going to be retiring from the Spider-Man series. All I have to say to that is, oh yeah! It's about damn time. Tobey, we like your acting. You were really great in some roles, but I have to say in the Spider-Man thing, hi, I'm Spidey. You took the emotional spectrum all the way from A to B, buddy. So I think we need another guy in the Spidey suit. So I'm kind of glad he's getting out of that. I grew up with Spider-Man. I was a comic book reader, and I had a little different image of who Spidey was. So, Tobey, I wish you all the best of luck in the future, my friend. I think we've covered just about everything. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Darren Dowler for the Reels Channel. I am the Reels Channel Couch Critic, and I'm saying, see ya.